Just declared war on the U.S. The Georgians hit our communications, transportation, power grids. We still don't know how extensive the damage is.
Hello, my name is Gwectro, and this is Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell, completed full stealth on the PC version of the game, also on hard difficulty, with 0 alerts and minimal knockouts. And we're starting off the training.
Canceled a trip to Georgia this morning after the suicide bomb assassination of that country's president by separatist rebels from the Abkhazia region. Continued fighting in the Abkhazia and South Ossetia regions has hindered Georgia's hopes of integration into Western institutions. Industry baron Kombain Nikolad seized power today in a bloodless coup, installing himself in the presidential palace behind a wall of political and military support. The charismatic billionaire plans on holding elections within a matter of days to affirm his seat of power, and promises a pristine and profitable relationship with America and the West. Bringing high-speed fiber optic connectivity to areas of Eastern Europe that less than a decade past didn't have telephones. The technological leap is due largely to the efforts of rising information industries in the Netherlands, and especially Georgia, where the Vice President called his visit to Georgia an honor, and called Georgian President Kombain Nikolad a man with his eyes on the future.
Sam Fisher. I can't believe you beat me here.
I like to be early. Hello, Colonel.
You can use my name. The room's safe.
Lambert.
Good to see you again. I trust NSA orientation is going well?
Well enough. Everybody's been real coy about what exactly I'm allowed to know.
It's the nature of the agency. We don't let any one person know everything, which means we've all got to work together.
Even though I'll be out there alone.
You'll be transmitting to us in more ways than you can imagine, and we'll be online through your earpiece and OPSAT.
And that's how we're handling training.
Yep. Sorry to make you run the course. I know you've been taking care of yourself.
I haven't been in the field in years.
Sure. But tradecraft is something you don't forget. It's like riding a bike.
Or wearing high heels.
Be careful, Fisher. Everything we say is being monitored. You know how nervous the brass is about exercising the fifth freedom.
I'll be good.
Be better than good. Third Echelon is a brand new initiative. The role aggressive intelligence operations will play in NSA's future will depend largely on your performance. I'll see you on the far side of the course. All right, Sam, let's get started. Can you hear me clearly?
Hi there.
Good. That means the implanted speaker is working correctly. Now, the technicians here want to calibrate your equipment. Can you turn to the red emergency light on the wall to your left? Great. Now the one on your right. Okay, same thing for pitch. Look for another light up in the rafters on the ceiling. Excellent. Now look for one on the ground in front of you. All right, Fisher, we'll get through this as quickly as possible. We'll start simple. Climb up onto that ledge, over that pool.
So we are going to use the training mission to describe what exactly this walkthrough of Tom Clancy Splinter Cell is. So I am uploading individual missions, one at a time, and if you want to see the other missions of the game, you can check it out in the video description below. I will save it in a YouTube playlist for everybody to check out and go in one separate, portal to check it out if you would like. But I'm uploading individually as a walkthrough on how to complete the game using full stealth. And obviously, like I said earlier,
We'll let you do your thing here. You're looking at your basic assault course. I'll chime back in once you've passed it.
it will be 0 alerts and minimal knockouts. Minimal knockouts meaning I do have to knock out specific enemies in the original Splinter Cell because there are forced battles that you have to go through with enemies at certain points of the game. But with all the other points, obviously we are trying to avoid as many knockouts as humanly possible. And I'll also be knocking out enemies that have keypad codes. That is just a personal choice of mine. And that is really the only exception to this run. So, this was completed on the PC version of the game on hard difficulty. Nothing on between normal and hard difficulty are really that much different in terms of overall gameplay. From what is actually put out there on wiki pages for the game, nothing really affects AI behavior on both difficulties. It does affect damage though, in terms of how much damage Sam is dealt to enemies when they shoot at him between normal and hard. But really, other than that, the difficulties are kind of the same. So difficulty is not really that big of a deal in this playthrough. But here in the training mission, obviously this is the introduction to the Splinter Cell franchise and Sam Fisher and his story and the journey that he is about to embark for the next however many years Ubisoft released Splinter Cell titles, back in the day. So it is always enjoyable to come back to a classic.
As soon as you can find a way over the gate, we'll move on to covert ops training.
And for future parts of the playthrough that will be uploaded over the course of time, if they're still being uploaded at the time you're watching this video, it would be really awesome subscribing to the channel and clicking the notification bell if you do like this type of content, because this was a lot of fun making this playthrough happen of one of my childhood favorite games and franchises. And I do show off some specific optional parts of missions as well, like for example here in the training mission we are seeing a data stick email from Anna Grimsdottir to Lambert talking about Sam Fisher here. And she doesn't seem too sold on Sam right now. But that'll change very quickly, that tone, in the next mission. And I make a nice little save saying, "You'll see soon." Because I actually do this the unquote proper way, which is acquiring a code for a keypad that you can obtain here at the very end of this part of the level, and then you are required to go all the way back and backtrack, Resident Evil style, to input a keypad code on a keypad to open up a secret door that is only available on the Xbox and PC version of this game, and the PS3 HD trilogy version, since that is based off of the PC version. So a nice little secret thing that you can do here. And checking out, this is the first conversation, technically, that you have with Anna Grimm's daughter. And it's a very interesting background conversation. But overall, this is pretty much going to be the basis of this mission. Just a whole lot of following directions that are prompted to you on the screen. Training is very straightforward. If it is not already completely obvious, there's not a whole lot going on here. But I assure you that throughout portions of this game, with multiple missions down the road, this playthrough gets pretty interesting and also a lot of fun to talk about.
Who are you?
You must be Sam Fisher. I'm Anna Grimm's daughter. Pleased to meet you.
Third echelon lead programmer.
You've done your homework.
Some of it. I'm still a little foggy on my OPSAT.
The Operation Satellite Uplink. Basically just a multi-million tax dollar PDA, but it'll tally everything you'll need to know to complete your missions, so make sure you're comfortable with the interface. No need to introduce yourself. I've already got an earful of your history from Lambert.
I'm not as mean as he says.
On the contrary, the man thinks you should be canonized.
What? The saint of shady causes.
I don't know. How about the saint of well-directed sins?
You were involved with second echelon, right?
Yeah, briefly. I had some ideological differences.
Like what?
It didn't respect the human element.
Were you there for the burnout in 2000?
Yeah. But I don't even have clearance to think about it. Good to meet you.
So obviously we get some background
Good luck on the
information
course.
between both of the characters here. Stuff that we don't really know too much about, obviously, at this point, if we were playing this back in the year 2002. But it's cool to have some background information on some of these characters that you would supposedly see for the first time.
You're moving on into
Back
covert
then.
ops. The objective is to sneak through the area without being detected. We've got live bodies in there. Some of the top CIA instructors have kindly volunteered to be your victims.
So I will try not to talk over dialogue and cutscenes throughout the portion of the playthrough here in the future missions. But there are going to be points at various parts of the game
The next door is locked, Sam. You'll need to use your lockpicks to get through it.
where I will have to talk over things just because I want to explain strategies that I discovered on how to complete this. And it's not like this is exclusive or anything. Other channels and other people have done this with Splinter Cell in the past.
This next door is keypad locked. The man guarding the door has the code to open it, but he's been instructed not to cooperate. Convince him otherwise.
But I did discover some things that were a bit more consistent. And when we get to those parts of the game, obviously, I will talk about those things.
Hi there.
Hi.
You're not going easy on me, are you?
Not so tight. That hurts.
Sorry about that. What's the door code?
28469.
It was a pleasure working with you.
Likewise.
These guys have just had enough. They just want to go home. Getting strangled by Sam over here.
This next door is retinal scanner locked. These things are cheap and near impossible to hack. Fortunately, it's just a matter of getting the right eyes to the scanner. Usually an officer. The gentleman ahead is registered for the scanner. Convince him to open the door for you.
So obviously I am setting this up as a actual walkthrough of the game. So the commentary that I provide over the game will be very informative, talking about specific strategies all that good stuff. Because I do want this to be presentable as a walkthrough.
Let's work on stealth. Your gun should always be a last resort. Invisibility is your best weapon. We've got a network of photocells on your outfit connected to a visibility meter on your OPSAT. If the meter's at 4, you're lit up like a Dutch brothel. At 0, you're a ghost's shadow.
It is nice to have a training mission here in the original game to get used to all the mechanics. Because there are some very specific mechanics that can be a bit jarring to adjust to. Specifically this, for example, with reticle spread and bullet deviation of guns. So the pistol in this game has a lot of crazy reticle spread. As you can see, the reticle closing in and spreading out once you shoot or move around.
Some cameras are more fragile, and all you'll need to do to get past them is shoot them.
That is one of the biggest challenges of the original Splinter Cell, is controlling your shots because of that random reticle spread and bullet deviation. The reticle spread is consistent, but the bullet deviation, the bullet spread, the actual bullet spread, when you shoot a bullet from a gun, can be a bit random feeling, and
Sometimes the
we
only
try
way
to
pass
tone
a
that
camera
down.
will be to stick to existing shadows
Figuring out
and try
strategies
no
on how to complete the game full stealth, so we don't have to use guns and shoot things as much. That is definitely the goal. So like I said earlier, this is a very straightforward mission. You just read the tutorials as provided, and you go through the very simple exercises here. It is very, very straightforward here in the training.
Knock out the guard in the corridor and hide his body before the patrolling guard finds
It's
it.
just to get your feet wet, obviously. And like I said earlier, all future missions will be available in one YouTube playlist that you can check out in the video description below. So you can check out other individual missions as well. In the future, I might or might not
Okay, now, Fisher,
upload
let's bring in another guard to evaluate your work.
a video of the entire game in one video, but due to my own limitations with my PC setup, it is much more convenient and better for me to upload individual missions instead at a much higher quality. So for now, I'll just have to settle for uploading individual missions in a YouTube playlist. And this guard is casually walking out.
Good work, Sam. Remember that discretion is critical to our operations. Covering up the evidence of your passing through will go a long way towards proving our usefulness in the field.
And off we go to probably my favorite part of the training mission right here.
The next hallway's the same idea, but for sound. I'll be monitoring a few hidden mics.
Shh. Must be very, very quiet. I really like this part of the mission, because it really teaches you a lot about stealth and how to be quiet in the game. It puts you in the mindset of Sam in the moment, being a super professional spy for the NSA. It's really immersive.
Have you started yet? Fisher, holy Christmas, you're at the end. Phenomenal work.
The 2002 version of ASMR. And that is training.
That's gotta be him.
Yep. Sam Fisher, let me introduce you to Vernon Wilkes Jr.
Hello.
Hey, I've heard crazy things about your work.
I hope you don't mind. I told him some of your stories from Kuwait.
We're all friends here.
Right on.
Junior Wilkes is a longtime NSA employee. He'll be your wheels, wings, and weapons. He coordinates transportation and equipment.
Great.
For sure. Man, you must be itching to get back out in the field, huh?
It's all I'm good at.
Well, it's all we need. Welcome to the NSA.
I'm sure things are going to come together famously. Third Echelon is a brand new initiative, and we're going to have a lot to prove.
Right.
The two of you will be Third Echelon's first team on the ground. Be ready for it, and do us proud. Welcome to the NSA.
So that is obviously the beginning of Tom Clancy Splinter Cell here. Police Station Mission 2 will be up afterwards here. And if anybody does enjoy this type of content and this type of playthrough, it'd be really cool to consider subscribing to the channel. It really helps a lot, as well as clicking the notification bell for future uploads. If you're even watching it in the current day. If you're watching in the past or in the future here, hope you enjoy it. And Mission 2 Police Station will be up next. Thank you all for watching this. My name is Quectro, and goodbye.